G'day, how you going? Not too bad? Oh yeah. My name is Matthew Cleese and this is a Quantum G'day. Alright guys, malevolent beings and entities. Yeah, this is a pretty heavy topic and I would like to share my understanding, my perception on this topic in an effort to help people, especially with disclosure happening at the moment. It's ramping up, there's so much information out there, and although I might have a fairly limited understanding perception due to my experiences compared to a lot of other people in this field, I think that will work in my favour, portraying this information across, and I think it will assist people because people can relate to me due to my level of experience so far in relation to contact and whatnot. So before I get into it, I would like to go over what malevolent and benevolent means for those people out there who don't know. So malevolent means wishing evil or harm to others, showing ill will. So that's negative, malicious, spiteful, hostile, bitter and evil. Okay, so that's malevolent. Benevolent, well-meaning and kindly. Positive, warm-hearted, good-natured, compassionate and caring. The complete opposite of malevolent. Okay, so I have an understanding that there is a lot going on beyond what our senses can perceive, our limited senses. We are human, you know, we're in this flesh vehicle and we just have to go with what we're given pretty much. So we don't really have the whole picture of reality, and I believe there is a lot in what is unseen or what our senses can pick up and observe. Okay, so there's a lot going on. So by talking about these topics, I don't intend to scare people. Okay, I would like to just share my perspective, my understanding in an effort to help people, because there is a lot going on at the moment and it could be fairly confusing, okay, for some people who haven't heard a lot about these topics. Hold there for a sec. Bit of an action shot. Mid-episode. Get the Roo. Alright, see you, Mr. Roo. Alright. Where was I? Alright, so, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of differing views relating to this topic out there, which you're going to have with everything. Not everyone has to look at everything in the same manner, okay? But I think it's going to come to a point where it's more confusing, and you know, there's a lot coming up to the surface at the moment. So I believe my level of understanding where I'm at right now can assist people, okay? So, you know, I initiate peaceful contact with ET peoples and I haven't met any of them, and so that does give me a limited perception, okay, on the different beings in the cosmos. But in saying that, I don't have any bias towards any races or certain groups of beings out there. I'm fairly open, you know. I go by vibes and intent and what people stand for. So that's where I base my, you know, alliance and what the people I'm aiming to connect with, okay? So for me, it doesn't matter what you look like. Your intent is what's important to me, pretty much. So by me not meeting any of these people yet, you know, like I said, I'm not biased and people will be able to relate to me. okay, that haven't heard any of this information. I have never had a negative experience initiating contact, only good vibes, but the benevolent people we are interacting with out there or in here, okay, I can imagine are very loving and are only interacting with us via these contact protocols and however else all the thousands of people around the world are interacting with this intelligence. I believe they're loving and they're benevolent. Okay, so I get impatient because they should be down here interacting with us more openly and freely. Imagine a little grey being just walking down the street, or a lion being doing yoga in the park on a sunny Saturday morning, I just think that should be normal. So, does anyone else think like that? Okay, so how about some spaceship rides? That'd be pretty cool. I think that should be considered fairly normal. So, this is where my mind's at. I'm thinking very futuristic, but I can picture that reality here. I really can. Okay, so by going out and initiating contact and not having met any of these ET peoples, it has empowered me to talk about these topics, especially regarding the potential space threat. Like I said, all the stuff coming to the surface, or everything happening, everything coming up, okay? All the other issues being spoken about today in the mainstream and alternative media sites and whatnot. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I am aware there are malevolent beings out there, okay? I believe duality is everywhere in the universe, and I have researched this topic. There are very credible people who I consider reputable, completely sane, okay, covering this topic. You've got David Icke, James Gilliland, Peter Slattery, James Bartley, just to name a few. These people, you watch people share information and talk, and I can respect that there are people out there who can deceive people who are very good at what they do, but I don't know, I think I have, you can just tell when you observe people talking, and you can really see, that they're speaking their truth. So that's why I relate to them. So, there's a lot of information out there and a lot of reputable people covering this topic. I understand there is a dark force here on Earth that goes beyond humanity. I understand people have connected with that in an effort to control humanity, okay? Why chemtrails? Why fluoride? Why vaccines? Why constant warfare? Why is this assault on humanity just never ending? And how long has it been going on for? Okay, you got to think. Centuries and centuries, and think in the thousands of years. This is huge. So why is this this assault on humanity, this overshadowing weight on humanity? Why is it always 10 steps of humanity? And that's just, it's very tricky for humanity to just wake up and mature and sort its shit out, because you've got this controlling faction. Okay, so why? So you've got to look at it this way. Look at what we, humanity, do to animals, okay? Look at what we do to animals on the planet. Is it crazy to think that there is something out there that would view us in the same manner that we view animals, that they are our food? I'm not saying we, are in factory farms and get chopped up and eaten and sold at a Woolworths or whatever, but, look at how we treat animals. Is it crazy to think that someone might treat us in that manner, okay? They might think that they're higher than us on the food chain, so to say. Okay, so I only see humans and people, okay? I'm not here saying all our issues on the planet are due to this higher negative, malevolent, energetic influence, whatever. No. We have to take responsibility for the state of our planet, and I only see humans and people, okay? These are the people who should be held responsible for what they are doing on the planet, okay? We can't put blame. We've got to look at ourselves first. So, you know, if reptilian overlords appear when humanity's going through this process, it is at the moment of awakening and sorting its shit out. You know, we're facing our challenges. If they appear, you know, we'll just deal with it then. But I don't think that's what we should be worrying about. I think we should hold people accountable for their actions, because they are just people. You know, that's all I see. Okay, so, you know, why project all our problems onto others? You know, like I said, we humanity are the problem. We've got to take ownership, and it's only humans that are doing malevolent things to humans. This is what we can see. Okay, so this is what we've got to deal with. So I believe people should do their own research and get their own perception on what is happening. You know, so if a threat from this malevolent intelligence is portrayed to them as a false threat, which is potentially on the cards, there's people saying that this is coming in the future. Dr. Greer talks about this topic, and if this comes through the little black box in the living room, I think we need to get our own bearing, okay, on all sides of the coin, and not fall for it if it happens straight away. So we've got to get our own little head start on the matter, and that's why I feel the need to talk about this issue right now, and some of the other issues that I've spoken about on this YouTube channel. Okay, so there are already people coming out saying that UFOs are a threat, which is not the case. You know, I think a lot of the activity, the majority of the activity in the sky has always been there, but it's not a threat. Okay, I haven't seen anything getting blown up by UFOs, or you know, I haven't heard anyone state that, you know, the ETs are doing anything bad to us. So, you know, there are thousands of people around the world making peaceful contact with ETs and their craft, and this is a known fact. Many thousands. Okay, so, you know, the hoax alien attack, this could potentially happen, or has already begun happening, through disinformation and Hollywood. And some of the stuff I'm talking about now could be disinformation. I'm not telling you to listen to me and take what I'm saying as truths, okay? I'm sharing a perspective. That's what I'm doing, and I've had a bit of a look around, and I've felt the need to share that because I think it's important. So question everything that's coming from me, and anything else relating to this topic that you come across, definitely question with a fine-tooth comb, and look at many perspectives before you make your own rounded perspective. That's my advice. So a hoax alien attack, you know, this would happen in an effort to unite humanity, a global threat to bring humanity together, to spread fear and control us, create extra spending on the already sponging military industrial complex that is in the USA and its allies. That's us, Australia. We're just a cog in the system, pretty much. You know, I haven't seen anyone from the Australian government, okay, or the intelligence agencies come forward, take the ownership and say, you know, this is what's going on. So I think we're just a little spinning cog in next to the bigger cog. That's my understanding. So a hoax alien threat, okay, hoax alien threat, okay, so warring with any ET race is not a good idea at all, okay. The beings that I interact with, I believe, can literally hear, observe our intentions and thoughts. Okay, now it's nothing to be freaked out about. You've got to come across with a bit of trust, knowing that that intelligence has a lot more clarity with observing me than I do it, in ways that I can't even begin to understand yet. Okay, but you know, so anything out there that is obviously more intelligent than us, I don't think it's a good idea to be warring with anything out there. Okay, that's a bad idea, very bad idea. So if the intelligence behind this phenomenon that thousands of people around the world are making peaceful contact and interacting with for many decades, if not thousands of years, was a threat, I think we would know by now. Okay, so I'll just put that out there. You know, the beings or the intelligence behind this phenomenon that I am interacting with, you know, it responds to good vibes only, and I think, you know, they are pretty advanced, so I'll say it again, I don't think warring with that is a good idea at all. I'll just put that out there, okay? So we'll break to an intermission. This is a start to a bad joke. A koala, a galah and a cockatoo walk into a bar. You got any seed? Check that out. What a cracker shot. There's a prime example of unity consciousness right there. Again, three different kinds of birds getting along just fine. But wait, there's four birds occupying the same space, getting along just fine. Alright guys, intermission over. How was that? Not bad. So, the truth is, I think the threat is already here. And I think we are our own worst enemy, okay? We are the ones destroying the environment. We are the ones killing each other. We are the problem that should be addressed first. I'll put it that way. So we are the ones keeping ourselves separated on so many levels. Why are we withholding information and technology from each other? Why are we not advancing ourselves? You know, is it really worth the very few having all of the wealth if the environment is on the verge of complete shutdown? You know, I don't think it's going to be a very good place to enjoy, and I don't think there's going to be any coming back from that. So that's something to think about. My thoughts are with the people who have legitimately been affected by malevolent beings out there. Okay, I don't know who they are. I haven't had any experiences, but my thoughts are with you. I'm not trying to make light of this situation. I'm trying to share my perspective to assist people. So I respect that there has been legitimate cases out there, and this needs to be taken very seriously. So, you know, I feel my perspective is going to help. I am going outside and initiating contact with unknown people, and yeah, I don't think we should be in fear. Okay, so there's so much potential behind this. It's not all about fear. Okay, if we are being influenced by malevolent beings, that should definitely be addressed 100%. But I do not promote war of any kind. War is not necessary. A self-aware humanity can overcome any challenge it faces, definitely. I think that's the challenge we should be looking at. Making humanity more aware and sharing knowledge and information, not worrying about a potential threat, okay? We need to help and assist humanity become self-aware. A conscious humanity unifying and coexisting in harmony with peoples of all kinds doesn't have any challenges. This is my understanding and my observation. Okay, so this is the goal. This is, I think, the bigger target. Okay, waken people up. All races or types of beings should not be alienated by the actions of a minority as well. Okay, so people are saying that there's reptilians, greys out there who are the culprits of these malevolent actions, and I don't believe we should stereotype all of those peoples or beings because of the minority of a few. Okay, so this is something we've got to take into account as well. We really do. You know, I believe there are already many different races of people already on Earth, and why can't we all work together? Why can't we all live in harmony? I think we are very capable of this, and I believe it's only a small number of people on the planet making it a chaotic and hectic place. Okay, imagine if all peoples openly and freely started interacting with each other out in the open, no judgment, and we educated everyone on what was going on. You know, this is what's going to create change and a better reality. Okay, so imagine if different ET peoples of all kinds started coming forward and sharing who they were and you know what they wanted and what's going on. You know, imagine if everyone just got along and felt fine and safe. You know, that'd be pretty cool. Is this a possible reality, or am I just, you know, the lion being in the park doing yoga on a sunny Saturday morning? Am I too futuristic in my thinking? I don't know. You know, I'm just putting intent and energy into creating a reality where we can all coexist and have an epic time, because that's what's coming. You know, whether I'm doing this or not, I believe that's going to be the outcome anyway. So I just want to help that process. So, you know, imagine if humanity was well informed and educated on all the different races instead of being lied to about there being none, or programmed to be fearful of the unknown. Okay, now there's a lot of people who should be held accountable for this. Our governments, our intelligence agencies, as Hollywood's been scaring people. You know, there's so much going on. Imagine if everyone just told the truth. You know, I'm not just sitting here saying I want everyone to tell the truth, having a cry, but imagine if they started coming forward. You know, like I say, I believe there's good people in those factions, but their lack goes to show what the situation is. You know, why can't people from those agencies start coming forward publicly and sharing? I'm sure there's people in there that want to, you know. What do you need? Do you need an Australian Tom DeLonge? Do you want me to be your Tom DeLonge? I'll be your Tom DeLonge, and we can tell the world everything. That'd be pretty cool. So, you know, this is hard to talk about. This is really hard. This channel, you know, I'm putting it on the line to publicly talk about this. It's not easy. This has been a big challenge, this channel. Trying to pick a song every month that someone would like. Okay, so pay attention to the songs. They'll pick up your spirits, and there's a lot going on. Stick around, guys. It's going to be fun. It's Quantum G'day. Cheers. Shooting ducks after making a video about reptilian overlords, because that's what normal people do. So in regards to the impending reptilian takeover, where they come and pretty much dominate planet Earth with their high-tech scalar weaponry and stuff that I can't even begin to imagine, high-tech weaponry, I've kind of decided to step up my game just in case that happens, and I repotted my sage plants. Okay, so this is my defense mechanism, and if that fails, I'm not really sure what I'll do. I could probably throw my smartphone at them, probably Snapchat it and share it with you guys first, or go on YouTube Live. Definitely bring it, the invasion, the forefront, straight up on YouTube Live, I think, and then I'll throw it at them. So that's my plan of attack, guys. Zzz.